everyone, welcome back to Cuddy's Bookshelf. So I wanted to do a little video where there is some books on my shelves. Know the books that you read the synopsis of and then you just think that's going to be 5 stars. These are the books that currently are, there is a few more but I've got to be realistic. So I've picked 5 books to read and vlog while I'm reading and we'll see if they get 5 stars. So these are the books. So first is a poetry collection that I got not long ago. I think it was my last trip to Waterstones I got it. And it is She Is Strong But She Is Tired by R.H. Sin. I read a couple of the poetry in here and I really enjoyed it. So it is a chunky one, which I do love. So there's that one. Then the next one is Claire Keegan's Small Things Like These. So this, I feel like it's going to be 5 stars because all of Claire Keegan's books that I've read so far, I have absolutely loved. So I feel like this is going to be a 5 stars. I've got high hopes for it. Then we have Welcome to the Hyunam-dong bookshop. This is a translated fiction from, is it from Korean? Korean, yes. So you know, if you've watched any of my previous videos over the last couple of months, I have been trying to read more translated fiction and I just really want a cozy read, and I feel like this one is going to be really cozy and I just can't wait for it. So there's that one. And then speaking of cozy reads, I think this is going to be the ultimate cozy read. I think it's going to be up there with how I feel when I read Legends and Lattes and Bookshops and Bone Dust and TJ Klune's books. These are all books that give me that cozy warm feeling when I'm reading them. And this one is the door-to-door bookstore. So what I read when I read the synopsis of this, I was like, oh my goodness, that sounds like the sweetest book ever. And I can't wait to get into it. I really can't. I even got, my best friend came to see me yesterday and she's not a reader, but I made her read the synopsis of this and I was like, how cute does this book sound? And she was like, if I was a reader, it would be a book I would read. I've forced it on everyone. I've made my husband read the synopsis of this also. And yeah, I cannot wait for it. So, and it is another translated fiction. And then the next one is, I have seen this around and I've had a few people say to me that they really want me to read this because they think that I will love it, and it is Feybound by Sarah El-Arifi. We have a fantasy in there as well because I just need to read this book, and it is the, I'm guessing Waterstones with the sticker. Don't get me started on the stickers. You know that's a mission of mine that I need to do, but it is the nice sprayed Waterstones edition. And yeah, so that is all 5 books that I'm planning on reading during this vlog, and yeah, I'm really excited about them. So obviously I'll tell you more about them whilst I'm reading them, because especially if I'm about to go into a book, normally it's for my contemporary romances and my thrillers. I don't like to read the backs of at all. Until, like, obviously when you're searching for books you read the back, but I try and forget as much as I can. But when I'm about to read books, I don't like to read anything about them. But I'm really excited for this stack. This gives me 5-star feels for all of these. Wish me luck. It is later in the morning, but it's gone really dark out, like it's going to rain. We was about to take Bean for a walk. So I'll take you along with us when we do take her. Will it be soon though? Because them clouds look very dark. I do not know, but you'll come for a walk with us anyway. And yeah, I'm just chilling out. I've got some time off work, so I thought, oh, I'll do a vlog while I've got the time. And yeah, so I'm just in comfy clothes. I'm just in joggers and a jumper. And yeah, my neck's still a bit stiff, but it's a lot more mobile because I filmed my Illumicrate unboxing yesterday, and my neck had gone that morning, and so yeah, it's still a bit, I can move it a bit further that way now, but it still twinges when I do. But yeah, I just wanted to start doing an intro to this vlog so then I can get reading the books. I am currently reading The Liar's Knot. It is the second book in the Rook and Rose trilogy. I am really enjoying this. This is a very dense, like, cast of characters fantasy. It is more detailed and dense and a lot more like point of views than I was expecting during my time with this trilogy, but I am really enjoying it. I am on chapter 14 and yeah, I'm going to put this on pause. I've only got like this much left to read, but I'm going to put it on pause while I read some others because, you know, I can jump back into that whenever. Also, this edition of it is so floppy. How nice is that? The flop is real. Love it. I thought I'd start this vlog and I will just keep the vlog going for as long as I need to until I've read all of those books. So expect me in a state at some point with no makeup because that always happens. I'll probably be in my pyjamas at some point. See, I was thinking about putting, sorry about my creaky floorboards, I was thinking about putting some of the Afterlight books on here, but I'm thinking I might actually do a separate vlog reading all of them that we've had so far. Obviously not Fangirl Down because I've wrapped that one on my cart, so that will come up whenever, but I do think that I've got like a big enough stack now that I can make an entire video reading all of them and telling you what I think. It is about time because I haven't read any of them yet, and this is how long I've been getting the subscription. It doesn't seem so long, but it's only like recently that they've started doing them monthly, whereas before it was like quarterly. So I have been subscribed to them for a while now, but I haven't read any, and loads of them have me really intrigued. Look at those edges though. What a beautiful stack of edges. I think the one that made me really laugh, was it this one? Yeah, this one. When I read the synopsis of this one, because the woman like played her audiobook, like a raunchy audiobook, really loud so her neighbour would hear it in it, and that just stayed with me. Look at the strawberries, just love it. And when I did just haul, like just unbox this one from Afterlight, on the pages, end pages, there is like a little rubber duck, and it wasn't until Jennifer pointed out to me, was like, what, why is there a rubber duck? What does that, why is that on there? And she was even debating whether to buy the book just to see why the rubber duck is on there. And now I want to know why the rubber duck is on there, so it's just a chain reaction. But yeah, I do eventually want to read all of these, maybe in a vlog, hopefully soon. So let me know if you would like that, if you would enjoy a romance reading vlog of all the Afterlight books. If you get Afterlight, it might be, or you're thinking about getting Afterlight, it might be a vlog that you might want to watch to see, you know, if it's good or not. Which one do I read first? I don't know. I'm really gonna, like, I want to devour this with a cup of tea, and I have just finished a cup of tea, but like I say, I unboxed the Illumicrate box, the May one, yesterday, and we got the Fourth Wing cup in it. So I gave it a good scrub, and then I've used it this morning with my cup of tea, and I just love it. I love it so much. So yeah, it's dirty. Sorry about that. But I am going to make another one soon. I just want to see when my husband wants to take Bean for a walk with me. Creak floors. Old house vibes. I'm going to show you later on as well. I was going to save it for a haul, but I think it needs its own little special moment. But my husband brought me a present, and it's two separate books, both from the Folio Society. I'll give you hints so you can guess what's coming up later. The first one I read and absolutely adored. It's one of my favourite reads of this year. and I don't know how I have never read it before because I love the film so much. I have got number 2 now. Yeah, my husband brought it me as a present because he brought me the first one when it was Christmas. So it was a Christmas present and I absolutely loved it when I read it. And ever since I've read the first one, I was like, I really need the second one to go with it because it's just a duology from the folio and it's just over there. But see if you can guess. And I will go downstairs and see when we're taking Bean for a walk, and then I will show you a little bit later. Oh my goodness, guys, this book is so beautifully written and thought-provoking. It's like philosophical in a way. It makes you really think about things in life, like your working, how companies use the terms such as like team and a family when you're at work, and it's creating you a sense of loyalty to that company and how much you miss out on when you're working. And it's getting to know authors and how we can idolize our favorite authors. We imagine this whimsical life that they lead, and yet they're just like us. They're just normal people living their lives, and writing is their job. And it really breaks down like the books that they're reading and the meaning of the books. It talks about like mental stability and your mental health and how you can have dreams and you can achieve your dreams, like owning your own bookshop, but it doesn't mean that you're going to be happy for the rest of your life because you have achieved what you dreamt of, and you will still have dreams after this, and you have to work on your happiness and surrounding yourself with people that are your chosen family, because sometimes regarding and doing things for others that are your like blood family and trying to make others happy isn't what's best for you. It's just an amazing book. I didn't realise how much I was going to get from this book. I am around halfway through now. I'm on page, I've read to 146 and I'm just loving it. Absolutely loving it. And I'm so glad that I added this to this video because it's everything and more that I wanted from it. And I do find that the culture difference with translated fiction really opens your eyes and makes you appreciate other people's way of thinking and living. It really makes you think on the hold-ups in your life, the things that you find important that maybe aren't so much. And also, if you really like coffee, you learn so much about coffee in this book that I didn't have a clue on, so I feel educated also. But it's so beautifully written and translated. I haven't been able to put it down. I wanted to like keep updating you like quarterly, but before I knew it, I was halfway through, and I'm loving it. It's really, I've had to like stop after chapters and just soak it in, because it really is thought-provoking and makes you think about what's important, and the books that you consume and the books that you recommend. It really made me think, because obviously I make this channel and make the videos for this channel, and I just think recommending books that I love is great, but to be a bookseller, you've got to really see people and think about what they would love, and the more you know someone, the better you can recommend them a book. And it's the questions that you don't always think about when someone's like, recommend me a book. You automatically go to your favourite book and you're like, this one's amazing, absolutely love this one, which is great, because hopefully they will love it too. But sometimes when you get to know the people more, you can be like, well, what did you read last? What books are you interested in? What's going on in your life that a book can help you and make you think about things. And it breaks down all of those in this book. It's just incredible. I am absolutely loving it. I'm enthralled. I can't put it down. I've only just stopped reading to film this clip, and I feel like I will go into reading and finish this whole book, and I'll be coming back with my thoughts on the whole book. But so far the rating looking good for this video. It's looking very good, and I am obsessed. I wish that I'd annotated it from the start, because straight from the first few chapters, as you would have seen, I was loving it. So I might have to go back through this and highlight some of my favourite parts and the bits that I will think about after I finish reading it, and I'd like to go back to and really analyse the book. But it's amazing, absolutely amazing. I'm loving it, absolutely loving it. I don't know if you can tell. I keep saying I'm loving it, but I sound like a McDonald's advert at this point. But da 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 da. Oh, I just thought I'd update you before I end up devouring the whole book and reading it in one sitting. I'm obsessed. I'm so happy. So I'm gonna get back to reading and then eat at some point, and then I'll let you know once I finish the book. But oh my goodness, like, my review just then has not done it justice. I'm gonna go read some more. So I am back. It's been a while. I've eaten, I have read and read and read. I watched an episode of Yellowstone while I was eating, so I did have a break from my book, but I have finished it. I have finished Welcome to the Hyunam-dong bookshop, and it is incredible. I love this book so much. I don't want to say too much more from what I've already gushed about it, but it's just such a comfort-pleasing, thought-provoking read, and I loved it. It is 5 stars, and it's such a great start to this vlog, and I'm so happy about it. I'm so happy about it. Absolutely loved it. I highly recommend this book. What I'm going to go into next, I think I'm going to, because obviously this one is about books, so I think I'm going to have a gap between the bookshop ones, and I'm going to save Claire Keegan as well. So I might go into Feybound next and read a bit of poetry in between. So it will be these two up next. But I'm really excited to get into Feybound. Just look back at some of the footage whilst reading this and realised that it didn't record. So after I finished the first couple of chapters, whilst just reading it at the desk, I stopped and spoke to you guys about how much I was enjoying it after the first couple of chapters, and I'm really gutted that it didn't record, but I was just saying that this is about a woman who has always wanted to open her own bookstore, and she had this urgent need to do so. So she did, and when she first opened it, she was really in a dark place, and she mentions depression, and it was her way of saying it wasn't until she started to not just think about herself but think about others. So she created this bookshop and filled it with all the books that she loved, but that wouldn't necessarily draw customers in. Plus she is sat behind the counter crying her eyes out and just wiping her tears away when people walk into the store. So obviously that is not the best first impression. And it wasn't until she started making changes in the bookstore that people started drawing in more. And she had done a barista course, so she was serving coffees, and then as it gets busier, she hires someone to help her with everything within the bookstore, mainly serving the coffees. And they grow a friendship because he is a quiet man, and she doesn't force anything out of him, and it's a really nice relationship for them to have. They hold like author meetings, like meet and greet sort of type thing, where the author comes in and talks about the books, and you get a real deep dive into all of the books that like mentioned and the meaning of it, and the questions that she asks the author, like does he think the way that he writes, is he like the person who writes the story? Does that make sense? Like if you read a story from someone and you think, is that their way of living their life? Like, does your writing represent you, or is it like something more detached from you? And but yeah, everything is really, I'm really gutted that it didn't record, because I had a lot more feelings and a lot more to say, but now I've read the entirety of the book, it's hard to pinpoint where I'd got to and exactly what I was saying, but it was just really gripping from the start, and you wanted to know more about her backstory, and which comes later in the book, and why she was so sad, and where her family were, why she didn't have that much support. I'm gutted that that footage got not recorded. Bugger me. I don't actually know what I've said about the book and what I haven't. I've just blabbed on, but it was such an enjoying read, and really does make you, it makes you like feel like you've been procrastinating on your own life, because obviously it takes a lot of courage and guts to follow your dreams, try and build up your dream and live it, because would all love to own, I mean, I'm guessing most people would that's on this channel would love to have your own bookstore and work around books every day. I would love that. That would be a dream job of mine, is to be around books every day, recommending books to people, asking people, like, just, oh yeah, that would be a dream. Just the feeling of like when I recommend books to you guys and you've read them and really enjoyed them, it makes me so happy inside that I've introduced you to that joy that lie in that book. Yeah. See, this is what this book has done to me. I'm questioning everything. I want to open a bookstore. Anybody want to come to my bookstore? One thing I do need to show you. I did mention earlier on that Daniel, my husband, brought me a present. And if you guessed that it is the second one to Jurassic Park from the Folio Society, you was right. So it is The Lost World. This one comes in this slipcase. The other one is like a brownie slipcase, and it is just as beautiful and feels just as luxurious to hold. And the end pages look like this. So I read Jurassic Park this year and I adored that book. These ones come with amazing illustrations in, and I can't wait to jump into it. But it's a book that I really want to take my time with, like I did with Jurassic Park. So yeah, I'm so happy, and I got so excited when he brought it me. I'm so lucky. So yeah, this is the book that I was on about at the beginning of the vlog, and I hope that you guessed it right. I can't believe that didn't film though. I'm gutted. No, because you can't have them first reactions again. That's why a lot of the time in the clip that probably before this one, I was like, oh, like I said, it's very this, or it started off like this, or I didn't say though, did I? Well, I did, but it didn't record, so that's not going to make no sense. So if this is really choppy edited, I do apologise. It's just I'm mentioning things that failed. Oh well. That's another thing that I wanted to address while I've got you here, is I had an inbox message on about my channel and stuff, and I can see, like, I will take criticism if it's instructive. I will take that on board. If you've got an issue with my videos, please tell me. I will try and sort it and do my best to accommodate, but obviously I can't please everybody. But the message I got was quite intense and not horrible, but not nice. It was very critical, and I just wanted to say, like, I'm not a professional. I don't claim to be. I haven't got degrees from university in literature or anything like that. I am just a woman that really, really likes books. I love reading books, and I like to talk about them with people, and I like to get recommendations from others, and I love having someone to talk to books about, because I really don't have anyone in my life that reads as much as me. So it's really difficult when I can be talking to my husband and I'm like, this book's like this, that and the other, and oh my goodness, you should read it. It's and I know he's not going to, and he's zoned out after like me ranting on for 5 minutes about a book, and I could just see he's like, yeah. So it's really difficult, and that's why I made this channel, because I really wanted, and I have made some great friends that I can talk to about books. All of you guys that comment on my videos, I absolutely love it. I know I'm not professional. I am literally sat with a ring light that my mum bought me on a whim. She was like, just in case, because I've always wanted to do this for years and years and years, and I've never had it in me to do it because I'm quite an introvert. I just thought, I'm never going to have that bookish friend if I don't put myself out there. So that's what this channel was all about. It was literally the fact that it's grown to what it is blows my mind. The fact that I've got like 570 subscribers, like, I am so grateful that people love watching my videos. But I'm not always going to have the best editing. I can't always reply to comments straight away because I work full time. I work over 200 hours every month, and I can't, like, I can't always reply to comments, but I always do. It just might take me a day or two, or if my sound's not right, I do apologise. I mean, I have tried to sort that out because I did have a really great conversation with someone that like gave me some advice and was saying that things being too loud and stuff. So I've worked on that. I hope that's a little bit better. But I can't stress enough that I'm not claiming to be a professional like booktuber. Like, I don't get paid for anything. I would love to call myself a professional booktuber. I would love to be paid and have more time, like cut my hours down at work, have more time with you guys and have the time, but I'm literally just a woman that likes books, and I'm not niched to a certain genre. I like all genres, so it makes my videos more wider. So not everybody's gonna like my videos because I talk about books that they won't like. And I understand that. But I've also found my people that do like a mix. So, you know, I'm trying my best. And it's so hard because inside me, I'm one of those people that always either over thankful, so I'm like, thank you, thank you, thank you all of the time, or I overly say sorry. Like, oh, sorry about that. Sorry. And I really want to say sorry, but your comment was really, really so I don't want to say sorry to you, but at the same time I want to say sorry. But yeah, maybe go to a different channel if you want in someone that is more literary and speaks well and prefers a certain type of book and can get the words out properly, because I struggle, and that's why I keep my bloopers in, because I watch people and I think, oh my goodness, that could never be me. I wish I could talk so lyrically and properly all of the time, but I stumble getting any words out, never mind trying to sound more educated than I am. I'm just me, and maybe look for a different channel, because obviously mine is not the one for you. Oh, so I was about to say I do apologise about that, but I don't. Just leave me alone. But if you have constructive criticism on things that I can actually change with working as I work, please feel free to message me. I'd love to have like help. Like, I can't do a live because I don't know how to put a bloody timer on the screen. Literally, I've done one live before and that panicked me. I think I started and ended the live about 3 times before I actually kept it on, because I didn't realise I was live and then cancelled it off. But I'm learning. But I don't know how to put a timer on the screen. I don't know how to share my screen. I don't know what I'm doing. I am not technology friendly. I just read books, and that's all I know. Is if I like a book, if I don't like a book. If you tell me what you like, I can maybe recommend you a book. If we've liked the same book, you might like some more books that I've liked. You know, anything like that. Talking about books, how pretty books are, buying books. I'm great at that. But yeah, maybe if you haven't got anything nice to say, don't say it. Because sometimes it hurts people's feelings. Not so much mine. I wasn't hurt. I was just like, it does make me question why I'm doing it. And then I'm like, well, because it brings me joy. And then I've had so many messages that my channel brings others joy and comfort that I'm like, that's why I do it. that's why I do it. And, you know, just remember, guys, if someone isn't smiling, give them yours. Because an eye for an eye leaves the world blind. And we're not all here to be professional student literary readers. We like a bit of smut. We like a bit of coziness. We like a bit of manga. We like a bit of poetry. So read what you want to read. It doesn't matter if others don't agree with it. What does it matter? If you are enjoying it, read a freaking magazine. If you enjoy it, you enjoy it. It doesn't matter. But yeah, that's my little rant over. But I'm sorry my channel's not good enough for you. Please. I can name a whole list of channels that's been doing it for years and that are so I look up to so much. Just let me know if you need the list, because they do it a lot better than I do, and quite frankly I wouldn't want you on my channel anyway, because I would hate for you to talk to any of my subscribers the way that you spoke to me, like the way you wrote to me. And I hope that you're having a lovely day. I hope that you are doing well. I hope you're enjoying your reads and find a better booktuber. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to go and cuddle my dog. So it's now the next day, and I didn't read any more last night. We watched some Yellowstone and just went to bed, and I watched House Moving Castle again. But sorry about my appearance. We did get up early this morning. We took Bean for a walk around Rufford. It was lovely, family walk. And then I come back, put some comfies on, and I've just been a slob. I've literally been slobbing around the house, and I have been doing some of my diamond painting that I got from Angela, and I'm really enjoying it. Hopefully I will be finishing that soon. And I have started Feybound. I'm only on chapter 6, so I've only read a little bit, liking it so far. So this follows Yeren and Lettel. They are sisters. Their tribe is in the middle of this war, and Lettel has been learning the divination, and she says to Yeren before she is about to go out as captain of this tribe that she will find victory in the east. But following that, something goes wrong, and Yeren has to pay the price of being exiled from the Elven lands. So she has been exiled. Lettel has just vowed to go and find her. She's on a mission to go find her sister, and that's where I've left off. I am, like I say, I am enjoying it. I can't wait to see where it goes. And yeah, and then I also did, last night, I did read the tiniest bit of the poetry collection by R.H. Sin. This collection is more aimed at women that are, or men that are in relationships that are not good for them, so like abusive relationships and stuff. So this centres around poetry to build someone up and show their strength, that they can do it, they can leave, and obviously it's not that easy. And it does open with an introduction that is really heartfelt from the author, and I really appreciated that. I thought that was a really nice, sweet touch. So far, I'm enjoying what I've read. They're very short. A lot of them so far have felt more like statements rather than poetry, just like one-liners of inspiration, your inspirational quotes. It felt a bit more like that rather than poetry. But obviously I'm right at the beginning, so hopefully it will get more poetic as I go along. That's my reading update. Like I say, I haven't read much of either, but I think I'm gonna try and read some more of Feybound and then just read the poetry when I have like a tea break or something. I just thought I'd update you, and sorry for the jump scare because I haven't done anything with myself, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm just having a lazy day. I've put a blanket down on the floor like I do sometimes, and then I've got loads of my pillows like what I get in book boxes. I've got these on the floor, and let me show you. This is how far I've got on my diamond painting. So I'm just doing all of the K's at the minute, which is this colour here. So I've got a few more to go along here. And then all of this needs doing. And all of this. But how cute! Oh, it's a little piggy. Oh, it's adorable. I love it. I'm really enjoying doing it as well. I was tempted to get Feybound on Audible so I could carry on doing this, but I'm just taking little breaks because obviously yesterday was a full-on reading day. I just devoured that book, not gonna lie. So I do want to take my time a little bit more with Feybound, but I do want to get some more chapters read. I might read a few more chapters, have a break, do some of my diamond painting, and then I'll get back to you with my thoughts. But yeah, enjoying it so far. I've literally got no plans for the rest of the day either, so I can just chill and relax all day, and that sounds so good. Because I am shattered. I didn't get much sleep last night because of my husband snoring. It is, I don't know what has happened, but it's got significantly worse, and I am shattered. Absolutely shattered. My goodness. Oh. So I have been reading a whole chunk of Feybound. I am really enjoying this. I've just got drawn into it and haven't been able to put it down. So I am now on page 294. I've just got to part 3, and like something dramatic has just happened. So I can't wait to see what comes of that. This is such a good read. Oh my god, I'm really enjoying it. And I love the way the magic system is spoken about, and how divination is mixed in there as well, and how working with them together, and the romances in this are very slow burn, and I love a slow burn romance, so this is right up my street. Really, really enjoying Feybound. But yeah, I probably finish it real soon because I've only got this left. Oh my goodness, I'm loving it. But I am going to go down and grab something to eat because it is now 7 o'clock in the evening and I haven't eaten yet, so I'm going to go down and have something to eat and probably read some poetry while I do so. As much as I want to jump straight back into Feybound, I don't want to read it while I'm eating. I'd rather read something light, or if not, I'll be watching Yellowstone again. We've been watching like an episode every night. We did watch an episode this morning, but we normally watch an episode in the evening whilst we eat our tea. So yeah, I'll let you know anyway what I read, but I'm just loving Feybound so much. So much. Oh, this is such a good reading vlog, honestly. So I've spent the morning reading. I finished Feybound. I really enjoyed this. I did find parts of it predictable, which was a little bit disappointing, but I thoroughly enjoyed it overall. I love the relationship between the sisters and how they battle between like their loyalty, their love for one another, but for the people around them, and the fact that their interest and the things that they believe are very different, but they like tiptoe around saying their true thoughts and feelings on how they feel, and the secrets that they keep from each other that they should just let out. Like I say, I did enjoy it, and I think this one's going to get 4 stars. So yeah, I am looking forward to the next one in it. Then I've also finished the entirety of She's Strong But She's Tired. So this has a very, very targeted audience for this book. I wouldn't recommend it for anyone that wasn't really dealing with this situation. So this is made for women in unhappy relationships. So not just abusive, but abusive as also, but abusive, like if they're being cheated on, just staying in a relationship or marriage, sticking around and hoping for something better. I found this really repetitive, but at the same time, the author does address in the book that they may sound repetitive, but they're really trying to zone in and force the message of the book, which I get, but it was difficult to read in a sense of you're saying the same thing but with different words for me. But I really hope that this book gets to its target audience, because I do think it could help people. So yeah, it's not one that I was overly bothered about when I was reading. I got a little bit bored of reading the same thing over and over again. There was some pieces in here that I liked. There was a lot of, it felt like statements and quotes rather than poetry for the most part, and yeah, it's not what I was looking for, but yeah, I also read that, and I think I will be giving this one a 3-star, but I know that this may help someone, and I hope it does find its target audience. The next book I'm going to read, because I'm really trying to keep this 5-star video going, and it is Claire Keegan's Small Things Like These. So this is just a tiny one. I have loved Claire Keegan's other books, so I'm really hoping that this one is the same. So this is the one I'm going to go into next. It's only small, so I might be able to fly through this one like I normally do with Claire Keegan's books. But I am about to go and have a bath. I can't wait for a soak in the bath. I did ask my husband to put the heating on this morning before he left. Like, we have to, like, the water only heating, so it warms up the water ready for a bath. And he forgot. So when I woke up, because he left early to go for work, so when I woke up, I was thinking, oh, I'll get up. It would have been on for an hour or so I'll be able to jump straight in the bath, and that didn't happen. So while I've been waiting for the water, I have read this one's, I feel like it's drained me a little bit. I feel really deflated now after reading this. I was really happy and excited about the way this one ended and getting excited for the next one, that now I've read this one, I'm sort of like, it's made me a bit slumpy. But I'm thinking, if I do start this one while I'm in the bath, Claire Keegan is an author that surely will get me out of any sort of slump, so I'm hoping that I devour this one. Oh, another thing I need to show you. The reason I didn't finish Feybound last night is because I finished my diamond painting. So thank you, Angela. I really enjoyed this. There's a little piggy, and yeah, I had so much fun doing it. So thank you so much. And it's completed. So I started and finished Small Things Like These by Claire Keegan. I read it while I was in the bath, and like a couple of pages, like I think the last chapter, when I got out of the bath, and I loved this. Claire Keegan's, because they're only short stories, they always leave you wanting to know more. It's like they end so abruptly that you're just craving more, and her writing style is just incredible. I always say that, and this one is no different. It was a 5 stars, so we're back on track. We're back on track with the 5 stars, and I absolutely loved it. I'm so excited for when I do pull out her next one, which is wrapped up. So this one follows Bill Furlong, who is a coal and timber merchant, and this is set in 1985 in a little Irish town. And as he's doing his deliveries, it is on the run up to Christmas, so a few weeks before Christmas, and he's doing his deliveries, and he's realizing how things that happen in the town, people stay silent about. They are complicit in their silence in the controlling of the church regarding this town. And it goes through him thinking about his life and his past, and it is just so good. I highly recommend this. If you don't like short stories that leave you wanting, you might not like this, but if you do like that sort of thing, you will love this book. Absolutely love it. So yeah, we're back on track with the 5 stars. The only other book that I am left to read for this vlog is The Door to Door Bookstore. I am so excited for this one. I think it's going to be such a sweet, cozy read and really hit me in my feels. So I can't wait to get into this one. So I will be starting that one soon, so at some point today. But yeah, I have been going in between my reads as well. I have been carrying on with The Liar's Knot. I am really enjoying this one. I'm enjoying this one a lot more than the first one. It makes you feel differently about characters throughout it. You can go from really liking a character to hating them to liking them again, and I'm loving the mysteriousness about characters, and then people finding out like who the Rook is and who the Rose is, and people having to play on being somebody else. I'm really enjoying my time with this also. But yeah, I feel like the last 2 days I haven't really done much, but my focus was, that's why I knew that I didn't have a lot on. That's why I was going to film this. So you haven't had much in between other than me going in the bath and taking Bean for walks. So sorry about that. I've not really got a enthralling life, but I do get a lot of time to read books. Oh, and I did do a diamond painting. So I haven't really got much to tell you other than I finished a book, loved it, and I'm going to be starting a new book. I have now started the door-to-door bookstore. This is so funny and cute. So this is about a older man who's worked at a bookstore for years, and he has just recently cut his hours down, but he still delivers books to customers, and he knows his customers so well that, to the point where he knows that a certain customer don't like green on the cover, or that a customer needs to have a happy ending. But even though every time they're like, how does it end? And he's like, oh, I'll never tell. But he would never recommend them one where it's not a happy ending. So it is got that where he like empathizes with people and gets to know his customers a lot, and he makes everything like they've all got like literature names. So he's got like Mr. Darcy, and he met the detective once, and so he is naturally Sherlock Holmes, and I love that. I really love that. I feel like I should do that with people that I meet, and just start naming them the characters from my favourite books, relating to their personality. And then one day while he's doing his deliveries of the books, he wraps the books up really, really nicely as well for them to open. And then one day while he is going to deliver his books for the day, he comes across this little girl who starts walking at the side of him. This little 9-year-old girl. And she is a sassy little girl that really wants to go on his book round with him. And there's this part where they first meet, and he's like, how do you know that I'm not someone you should be afraid of? Like, I could kidnap you or anything. And she's like, I like to see you try to catch me. And he does this thing where he's trying to catch her, and it's made me laugh out loud a few times, this book. And the girl is so sweet and got such a big personality, and it sort of brings the funny side out to him. So I don't want to do no spoilers, but I'm really, really enjoying this. It is so heartwarming and funny. I can't wait to carry on reading, and I really want to like make up names for people that I know in my personal life now. But yeah, I just thought I'd let you know. I'm on part 3 now. I'm just loving it. I won't film me reading the whole thing because you're not going to want to sit and watch that for hours, because I've already filmed me reading some of the other books as well. But just know I'm reading it. I've literally sat up to film this part, and somebody's jumped in my grave straight away. Like, jumped in my seat. Ain't you? As soon as I set up. You say hello to everyone. Say hello. Hello. Good girl. Good girl. Straight back to snoring. But yeah, I just want to let you know the door-to-door bookstore is so cute. It's like I don't want to read it because I'm loving it that much that I don't want it to end. No, because it's not a very big book. But I will come back and tell you if I carry on loving it. Because obviously Feybound started really, really good and I was gripped. And it was only because, the only reason I knocked it down a star was I found it a little bit predictable, which I said earlier on. But it was still a really, really great read. I really enjoyed it. But I have books that I've read that I've enjoyed more. So it's not a 5-star, it's a 4. I've decided to give the poetry collection 3-star because I do think it will help people at the right audience. And there was a few in there that's really touching. The ones about bookshops are winning. They're taking the wins. And obviously Claire Keegan. It's honestly, this is why I need to buy more translated fiction, because I just love them. I just love them. This is just making me want to go out, even though I've added quite a few to my collection off the last haul. I need to buy more. I'm loving this. So yeah, I'll get back to you probably when I've finished it, to be honest. But so far so good. Guys, I cannot tell you how much this book has my whole heart. Oh my goodness. I could not put it down. And the last chapter, like the last part 7 in it, I have been sobbing my heart out. Even just thinking about it. I'm in love with these characters so much. Shasha and Carl are gonna live in my heart forever. I just love them. The characters in this book are incredible. All of the characters. There's one that I really didn't like, but I get that she was going through some stuff, but I just didn't like her overall. So good. Like 10 stars. This was such a good book to end this vlog on, because I automatically want to reread it, and I have just gone on to Waterstones and you can now pre-order the paperback edition of it, and I have just done that because I want to read it again and I want to annotate it with all of my feelings. So I'm going to wait for the paperback. I think it's August they come out. So I'm going to wait for the paperback to come out, reread it with the paperback, and then highlight all of my feelings and favourite parts. And oh my goodness. So this was translated by Melody Shaw. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. I can't tell you enough to read this book. It is just fantastic, and I already want to reread it, and I've literally, well, I say literally just finished it. I had to give myself 5-10 minutes to stop crying. And then I have just finished it. But yeah, it is so sweet. Carl is a lovely 72-year-old man that finds a friendship with a little girl that assists him on his rounds, delivering books to people's houses, and each of the people that he goes to deliver the books to have their own backstories, their own issues, and Carl sees them for who they are and knows what books to recommend. It's such a meaningful book. Highly, highly recommend. So that was a great book to finish this vlog off. I am so happy with the reads that I've read. So just to recap, Welcome to the Hyunam-dong bookshop, got 5 stars. Then I read Feybound, which got 4 stars, a high 4 stars. I really did enjoy that. Then we had the She is Strong but She is Tired. This got a 3 stars. And then we went with Claire Keegan, Small Things Like These, which was so good. Really enjoyed that. And then obviously the Door to Door bookstore, that honestly, because I was going to end this vlog tomorrow, but I just needed to tell you how amazing this book is and that you should read it. It's so cozy and heartwarming and then heart-wrenching, and then the way that it ends is so special. Ugh. I'm not over it. I'm not going to be over it for a while. Oh, that book. That freaking book. I'm so glad that I've done this vlog and I got to read it a little bit faster, because obviously it would have been still sat on my shelf. But I was like, I really want to read it, and I want to read that, and I want to read that. So I thought I'll just add an extra TBR in there during the month. And I'm so glad I did. I'm so glad that I did. Oh my goodness, that book. Honestly, read it. Read it. It's one of those books, now after you finish reading it, you wish you could reread it again for the first time. I think that's everything. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to see more from me, please subscribe, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye! A couple of the poetry collections in, like, poetry collections. Does look miserable. I should really put my light on. Does that even make much of a difference? A little bit, but it is the morning. Well, it's going into the afternoon now, I think. It's late morning. Whatever. Who cares what time it is? You don't care. This is not going up today. So I've gave it a good scrub. I don't know what I just swallowed, but it wasn't good. So it's made my eyes water. But yeah, I thought I'd start. I've got an itch eye because I filmed my Illumicrate haul yesterday. Haul? Not haul, unboxing. Duh. Anyway, I'm just rabbiting now, aren't I? I'm so depressed, like it's my birthday every day. But yeah, I just keep rabbiting on, don't I? And this is why my vlogs end up being like an hour and a half long. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, I can't shut up. What else? Just end the clip. For goodness sake, end the clip. And that you live, I'm trying to articulate my words and it's not coming out properly. And like the late morning. There we go with time again. I just looked back at some of the footage. God, my eyes look really tired, don't they? Oh, like I've been crying. Tears of joy from my 5-star read. I haven't got degrees in literature. Exactly. This is this, yeah. And I hope it does find its target audience. It's very clear. I don't very much watch. What? This one is about a Amazon man that's just come to the door. And one day while he is going to deliver, I thought the moon was shining on the window then, it's just my light bulb. I was like, huh? Oh, ignore my hair, by the way. I have had a bath and I've just let it dry naturally, so I get like poofs. I look a bit like Sideshow Bob off of Simpsons. But yeah, ignore the hair. And the face. Literally, I had makeup on for like the first day or so, and then you've just had a jump scare for the rest of the video, so I do apologise. Sorry, there hasn't been much going on other than me reading, but it is a reading vlog. Oh, I love you so much. I really want to reread it already.